So now in this part I'm going to explain you every single bit of details you need to know about what does what I should be doing every day, like end game content. Like when you start as a beginner, you'd have to do as a tutorial tells you to do. But one of the mistakes that I made was wasting my stamina to level up my characters with the drone. So be sure to not do that. And when you start, if you reach level, I believe level 20, you would be able to access collaborative war. As you guys can see in here in collaborative war, you would want to start this immediately. Here you have limited try of 5 times a day, so you would want to make sure that you progress good enough for your characters, like reach level 20, put a good equip upgrade, do everything possible to level up your characters, like make them as strong as possible, summon for more characters, and then add those characters to your team. Like here, as you can see, this is the team formation I use. Like here I use my long range characters, like to attack in the back, and here front range to tank. And basically you would want to put as much units as possible here, position them according to how they play out. And yeah, this is the attacking side. As you can see, here is the attacking side, and this one is the defending side, which you would use to defend your actual team against other players' teams. So yeah, when you start collaborative war, make sure to find the guys or the bots that are like the highest level and do them. Like here, you might, it depends on how people are doing this. If you are lacking so behind, like you're not in the top 50 or top 10, maybe let's suppose top 50. If you're not in the top 50, I would suggest that since you are at a very early stage, spend those coins, max these out. If you're so behind, like I don't know, these new players, they spend the coins or not. If you're so behind, not in the top 10, spend those coins and some of those coins, and then keep on doing it. You would get, like, look at this, look how much coins you could get. Look, like over 10,000 coins easily. Like if you keep on spending coins, like even though you lose 50 coins, you gain like 100 coins. So like you're saving coins, because if you're not doing this, if you're not spending some of the coins, later on it's gonna become difficult, because some of those people in server 60 might know what they're actually doing, so you would be messed up. So be really careful about that. And yeah, anyways, as you can see here, this is the checklist. Do this 5 times a day and you get those cash. And this is the checklist to get the coins. Like winning 3 times would get you 20 coins. Like if you lose, it won't count. So maximum amount of wins is 300. You get the 300, you get all of the coins that are listed here. So yeah, and here it tells you the log of the people that you attacked, you win or lose against them. The yellow thing glowing means that I win. The gray thing means I lost. And yeah, here is the defending side. That's yellow means I defend successfully, gray means I didn't defend successfully. And yeah, this is pretty much it about collaborative war, explained as much as possible. This is obviously a refresh button. Oh, also here when you click on this one, if you're above that enemy, you can't you aren't sure that you are able to proceed. Like you're stuck, you can't be that guy, you're at the top, then use the button below you, someone below you, put in all of those 5 to get your free 50, and it would count as your win. For me, since I'm stuck, I'm using this always until I am sure I have enough power to be able to go into the next stage or next level to get the coins. So yeah, I've been stuck here for a while, which is kinda bad. I wish I did start very early and know what I was doing, but here I am telling you guys what you're supposed to do. So yeah, this was it about the Collaborative war mode. This is obviously to refresh. You can refresh to 30, so you can do 35 battles a day, but I wouldn't recommend you do this. I wouldn't. This is a dumb choice to spend your cost. Don't ever do this unless you're at a very early stage, that if you're not top 50 or top 10 in the leaderboards, then I would be like, okay, spend like some coins here and there to get you as high as possible. So yeah, that's what I would suggest you to do in collaborative war. And yeah, let us see. Alright, so that was about the collaborative war. And now PvP. In PvP, I believe you unlock PvP if you reach level 30. So what basically is PvP? Here, as you can see, you got your daily cash. You win one time, you get 20k cash. And here, if you play 20 matches, you get all the coins here, and 7 wins at least, and 20 matches played. And here, as you can see, this is the maximum amount of coins you can get at the max tier. If you're in such a low tier, you would get like 100 plus something. So yeah, I would advise that you play ranked in order to increase the coin reward. So yeah, as you guys can see, the blue button here is the training mode, which you don't fight against 3 players. See how these characters work out and play with them. Like you would need to practice a lot on this to be able to do good in PvP. PvP is not actually easy at all, because PvP right now is based on whole servers, not based on the server you're on. So yeah, you should really practice PvP before you do PvP. Like here in the max tier, it won't be easy. Like if you are a new player, you want to be max tier, you're gonna struggle a lot. You really need to practice very much. Like I struggled a lot in first season. Second season, I couldn't reach max tier because players very first day, they had so much experience at this game. Like they know everything about PvP, like how to switch, how to defend themselves, when to switch, when to attack, when to do their OP shit. And yeah, they reach max tier. But for me, it took me on my 3rd season to finally be able to reach the max tier. So yeah, be sure, because here it, as I said, it resets weekly. So this is weekly coins. So here for me it's 310 coins weekly with the daily 20k cash, which is really nice. Here is the leaderboards. Your boy is rank of 3. Your boy is not playing. And yeah, your win-loss here. Your win-loss. This is my win-loss if you guys want. It's kind of terrible on the ranked. And you see it, this is the ranked, and the right side is the ranked. Left side is unranked casual, which is look at this 90%. Unranked it's like 60-70%. So it tells you how it's not usually here. You can see which division I ended at on the previous seasons, and these are the characters that I use on PvP so far. Haven't tried out other PvP characters, like some characters won't appear because I didn't use them as much. So yeah. And lastly, this is the reward. So when you end up at the very first, you didn't play much, this is what we get. Since I ended on max tier, maximum reward I will get is 500 coins and 6 hero coins. And this is a monthly reward. So a monthly reward for me is 500 hero coins and 6 hero tickets, which is not too generous, but it's something. Like it's something that you want to do. Like overall, when you progress through the game, get those tickets and keep on getting those tickets. Like in a month, I believe I could get around 20 hero tickets or 30, I'm not sure. So yeah, in like 2 months you can get a guaranteed S rank hero, which would really make a difference and help you progress through the game. Like get them to SS rank, S rank, these characters, or get new characters you don't earn with these hero tickets and 500 coins. So yeah, this is about it on PvP. As you can see, this is the max tier, this is the lowest tier here possible, and this is the maximum tier you can reach. And yeah, That's pretty much it about PvP. Here it tells me that it starts in like at this certain time. It tells me at according to your own time zone which PvP starts in ranked. And yeah, this is pretty much it about PvP. Now let me explain you about the story, these missions. You would obviously first, when you begin the game, you would be doing this. You would be doing 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, then 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. Maybe at the first day you would end up at 3-4 or 4-1. Then you won't be able to progress, and then you'd have to wait until next day until your stamina refresh, and then keep on doing it again. Stamina refresh, keep on doing it. Like it's day by day. Level up. Like you would start doing these things. Keep on doing this, and with the conditions here, as you can see here, you do the conditions like win within 20 counts while you have 30% of your HP, kill 3 enemies, things, the conditions like this. You would have to translate them if you didn't get one, and you don't know how you get that one. You could try to translate it. And yeah, this is the maximum stage you could reach. And when you begin first stage, it costs 10. Like the more characters you use, the more it costs. Like if it's 3 characters, it's gonna cost 20 stamina. If it's 1 character, it's 10 stamina. So yeah, this is how it basically works out. And yeah, make sure here it provides you with the training items, sometimes drones. So make sure like you get those training items, required training items to level up your characters. Repeat the story missions if possible. Make sure that you don't spend coins on drones because that would suck. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like as you can see here, you can set your teams here. And yeah, this is basically what it is, the mission thing. Okay, now into this one, the food and money. Here, what I would suggest you is where you would actually be end game spending your stamina on if you beated everything. Here, between this one, the fragments and the chips. So basically, let me explain you. Here, in the food and the money, obviously you would want to prioritize cash a lot more than food. Food, you would only do it in order to, get your character to that certain level. But cash, you would always need to do, like, waste as much of your stamina as possible on cash. Cash is really important. Like, how many times I lacked cash and I needed to upgrade my equips. I needed like a lot of cash to upgrade my abilities, upgrade my skills. I needed so much cash. Like, cash is the most important thing to waste your stamina on. Then next thing important to waste your stamina on is the food, obviously, because you would want to get your characters to a certain level, and the amount of food, which if you reach level 80, level 70, 90, they would require a lot of food, so you would really need to use the food. But since you're a day one player starting this game, you wouldn't really need to use your stamina on the food or on the cash early game. You'd want to do it on the missions. Whenever you cannot do the missions, then you would waste your stamina on the cash. Then on the food, in order to level up the characters to the required level. So yeah, here as you can see, you would start early on. It costs 10 stamina. Then second one, it costs 15, then 20, then 25. Obviously, the last stage would be kinda tough for new players to do. Would take you like sometimes in order to be able to beat this easily. It would be a little bit hard. So, and you would end up at 1 or 2, day 1 or day 2. So yeah, keep on powering up your characters a bit more, slowly but surely. Then you would be able to beat this one easily and get the maximum amount of cash possible. Same thing goes to the food. You beat them slowly, 1640, then this. Maximum amount of power required at least is 11,300. Once you reach 11,300 power, then you can beat them easily. So yeah, You can here pick up the character you want and pretty much do it. So yeah, this is about the food and stamina. And now into the daily fragment. Here, daily fragment, when you start off, it would show you that it's two per day. But when you get some item through the shop, which I will show later on, you would be able to increase it to 5. So these are the characters that are listed here. What I would suggest getting is basically, this is the last thing you want to ever do. Here, you would just want to do it when you want to get that character, when it's really close to, like, let's say your character from A rank is really close to S rank. At this time, you would want to do the fragment mission to get that character from his A rank to his S rank. Do it like maybe 2 or 3 times, and then he's S rank or A rank, whatever it is, SS rank. So yeah, honestly, best character out of these, I mean, for the B rank characters, I would say Deku is a solid option for all, but I believe Kaminari is very good in PvE and PvP, so Kaminari would be your best choice alongside Deku. Kirishima ain't that much of a great in PvE. Same thing goes to Ida, he's not that great. Uraraka, yes, definitely you would want to focus on Uraraka. If she's close to S rank or SS rank, then do her fragment mission. Mineta is okay, like definitely better than Ida, but he's not too special. Same thing for Floppy, but Uraraka, you would want to focus on her. She's like the best out of all the characters here. She is really good. So yeah, Uraraka, then Kaminari. These two characters you would want to focus on because they are really good at collaborative war, and you want to get them if they're really close to the next next rank. So yeah, here you got your characters. Pick your highest power character. Here to tell you, like later on, it would require more power, which is obviously to be expected. And yeah, this is basically it for daily fragment. Here on the, now we are on the chips. Here on the chips, you would start off with this one. Here it would tell you to do this one, like I believe about 5 times. 5 times, I believe 5 times, 5 or almost 6-7 times, in order to fully 100% this. If you 100% this, then you can get a guaranteed 4-star chip. That 4-star chip, you can equip it to your characters. So yeah, you can equip it to your characters. Then after you level up, you would unlock the silver one. This would guarantee you a 5-star chip. So pick to whatever chip you want for that character. Now here, gold chip. You do it here. For me, it would take about 20 times, I believe. Yeah, 20 times or maybe a bit more, in order to get a guaranteed gold chip of a character that I wanted. So whenever you're done leveling up your characters and like fooding them, like I would suggest that after level 90, once you reach level 90, you do the chips for the characters. You want to get at least 5-star chips for all of your characters and some 6-star chips. 6-star chip would be the very last thing you want to get for your characters and do for your characters. So yeah, this is like not your most priority, but your second most priority after the daily fragments. So yeah, like this one, the food and the cash, very most important. Then you would want to do the chips. Then you would want to do the daily fragment to get them close to SS rank or SSS rank or SSS plus rank. So yeah, and now we move on to the story mission. This is basically you unlock the story missions by leveling up your account. The more account you level up to, you would unlock a story mission. So basically, come here, do the story mission, and you're done for it, basically. So yeah, do the story mission, and yeah, that's about it. And what else? Here, this one, I would recommend for this one, please, don't rush this one yet. Like this one, it would be pretty hard to beat all of the stages. Like here, you unlock chapter 8 after reaching level 60. So yeah, this would be a very long journey. Like you won't be able to beat these stages easy. Like I would suggest that you power up your characters as much as possible. Get them to level 90, level 90, yeah, level 90 or level 120. Then do these, because when you do this, you get the card tickets, which you could summon for good cards for your characters. So yeah, like here you can do these missions. You get the boxes, which gives you some items, and there are some shops when you do these missions. Like here, for example, here we go. Here you see there is a shop. You can here buy these items. I wouldn't really suggest buying anything here. Here I bought the stamina because I was desperate for stamina, because I needed to progress through the game a bit. So yeah, here you can see the characters you want to use. Here it requires me at least 4 characters to clear everything with their 3 tries. At least 4 characters. Make sure that they are powered up. You see a blue stage, you do that blue stage. Then you pick the cards you want. As you can see, these are the cards I picked. So you can maybe take a reference of what I picked. Like if you get the cards, like it shows you blue, purple or yellow. Yellow is obviously better than purple. Then purple is better than blue. Translate what does what and pick the best one accordingly in order to do, you know, to get your characters to more power to beat this even more easily. So yeah, this you can see here, these are the rewards. Like I said, you get this one for dormitory, which you can put it in dorm, I believe. And yeah, here 100% it's done. Same thing for other stages until the very end. This one, chapter 8, unlocks after you reach up your account to account level 60. End game, here it would require me how much characters? 6 characters with their 2 tries to beat the 6 characters. These are the, you know, the cards that I picked. You can translate them to see, or pick the same as me if you want to do them. Once you reach account level 60 and you're confident enough, you have very much power, then you can do this. And yeah, here are the rewards. After you collect the bosses, you go to blue circle or the yellow circle. You do them and it would be done. Like you do the yellow circle, the blue circle. Obviously what I did basically is just skip through whole thing, because I had very much enough power. Like whatever it takes me to the next stage, I do it. Like I skip to the yellow, I skip to the, you know, red boss map. I do the red boss map with the chest on it. Like unfortunately I cleared everything, so I can't show you it. Like the red thing, I do the red thing and then I beat it pretty much straight away. Skip through the content because I had enough power, but I wouldn't suggest you do that. Like start off with your like best 6 characters. The weakest one you do with the blue, then the strongest you do even harder, and yeah, that's pretty much how you do it until you reach the boss map. So yeah, that's about the boss map thing. The boss maps, or I don't know, whatever I might want to call it. Then obviously these things unlock after reaching a certain account level, maybe account level 30 or 40, I'm not sure, I don't really remember which account level it's unlocked for me. Now you got this one, which is rank 59. Oof. Okay, which is the boss star mission map. I don't know what it's called exactly. Here you would want to pick your best 3 characters. Once you reach that certain account level, you want to pick your best 3 characters. Like for me, for A rank, I pick like the weakest of my 3. Like the best top 3 of mine, I pick like Tokiyama, I pick him here. And for S rank, I pick All Might. SS rank, I pick Deku because he has the highest power, 64k. Do A rank, like when you first started, first of all, do A rank, then S rank, SS rank. You would have 4 tries a day. Do A rank, S rank, SS rank. here you would not want to get injured and beat the boss as fast as possible. Do very much damage, like very quick damage, in order to get as high points as possible. Then do A rank here, and then on the next day I do S, 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 A and S. Then on the final day I do SS, and then obviously this one would unlock for me usually on the second day, I believe. I do the Stain with the highest, most confident character ever. Yeah, I would recommend All Might on Stain, because Stain is really annoying, like you wouldn't be able to beat him easily, so I use an All Might. Obviously this is like end game stage, like it would require at least 1 or 2 months to be able to comfortably do this easily, like how I did like that much damage. It requires quite some time in order to reach where I am at now. So yeah, this is basically the star mission. As you can see here, the checkbox. Do at least 13,135,000 damage and you get all of the cards here. And these cards are really helpful to make your characters be really good to use. Like you would want all of your characters to have 4-star cards and 5-star cards, 4-star cards and 6-star cards, in order for them to do really good in future missions and whatever they're gonna plan, and obviously in collaborative war and in office. Obviously this is the reward. This is for, I believe, top 20. This is for top 70 in the game, 95% for me, and the rest is below that. So yeah, below that. This is the shop. It gets you to the shop, which I will explain in a bit. Obviously, this is the boss star map. Now here, unfortunately, I'm not able to show it, but what this one is basically a mock battle. Here you would start at the three divisions. You got your hero division, you got your junior division, then you got junior, intermediate, senior, something like that. Like this would unlock you if you reach account level 40. Obviously you would have to progress in order to reach here. So basically what this mode is that it would tell you which type it would be the best to use. You start off with hero division. The higher you go, the better the rewards. Like you start at the very low stage, would want to go to the topper one, Sometimes you might be stuck, you can't beat the topper one. Go to middle one. If you can't beat the top one, then do it in the middle. Like don't go up, don't go below. Do it straight in the middle and just finish it. Like if you can do it, then you lack the power. The power you normally get it is by playing office pretty much. So yeah, these are the hero divisions. What I normally get from this is like in the junior division I beat the gold stage for it, and the intermediate one the orange, and on the final one, the senior, is purple. So yeah, that's how far I come with 3 months of playing. It's quite tough, but you would try to get it. When you unlock it, please be sure to do it, as this would unlock fragments for your characters. Like it's really important to do. Like you would do this, fight the boss maps, pick your best characters on this, like best typing to do these boss maps. Clear them within the required time, and you can get the cash and the trophies, which you could get the characters you would want to get. Fragments of characters you want to get. So yeah, this is basically the boss map one. Now I explained to you about collaborative war arena already. Now I'm going to go to co-op. Emergency, you would have to do this one immediately. Like whenever this emergency tells you something, it would last for 8 hours. Make sure to do that 8 hours immediately. And yeah, and this one where it says to you 0 out of 2, this is your daily thing where you can join other people's room and do co-op with them. So be sure to do co-op with those people and get your dailies done 3 times a day. Be sure to do the emergency. You'd have like different variety of emergency missions, and just do them with the people and be done with it. When you unlock it, I'll decide here. It tells you that 0 out of 1, 0 out of 3. This is 0 out of 1 is the amount of times you can do it in a day. 0 out of 3 total amount of times in a day. It's like resets in 3 days, and 4 days on the other week, like until like from Sunday to Thursday, then Thursday to Saturday it finishes, Thursday to Saturday, then Sunday to Thursday, something like this, like 3 times and 4 times. Here, if you go for the higher difficulty, you get better rewards, obviously. So whatever power you have, like, I would suggest you would start at this one. You would unlock this at level 20. Start with the highest power, because I'm pretty sure there would be some people that would help you do the highest power. So be sure to do the highest power here. Then same thing here, do the highest power, don't do the easy one. If you do the easy one, then you won't get better, equip rewards. And yeah, so this is basically it for the Untitled Assault. And now, like here, you would click on this. Here you would see people you want to join. This is to search for whatever rooms you want. This is account level 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 20, easy, normal, hard. 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever your account level is, easy, normal, hard. So yeah, you can this is to refresh, this is to create your room, this is to invite people, here to send message about your invitation, here to set specific requirements for people you want to join your room. And somehow here, I'm not sure about this already, but somehow in here you can invite your friends. I'm not sure about this entirely, because I haven't messed with these options yet. And yeah, here send the public message, someone join me, I'm gonna put him. Okay, and this is basically Untitled Assault. This is refresh, this is to search, and this is to create room. And yeah, and this is the checkbox. Here it tells you to do these 2 times and you get these rewards. And here, of course, the checkbox translate what it tells you to do. Some is like doing it in easy mode, some is like do Untitled Assault for how many times, do this in hard mode, do this stage, do this account level in hard mode for sometimes, and you get all of these coins and the chips. So yeah, be sure to get all of these done. And yeah, this is basically it for Untitled Assault. Now into Office, the real deal. This is the very most important mode you would want to work on, like every single time, like you would want to work on this. Like you would start at this with your account level 20. You want to achieve the maximum amount of reward in your account level 20. Like when you reach it, day 1, day 2, day 3, I don't know when. Because normally I believe in day 3 or day 4 you would be at account level 30. So having this at early day 1, day 2 would help you in collaborative war actually. So yeah, do this to help you a bit in collaborative war, which would be close to season reset. So you better do this, get for level 20. Then once you reach level 30, discard all your level 20 equips and get the level 31. Then rinse and repeat 40, 50 and 60. Okay, this is the checklist. This is for doing it daily. This is for creating your own room and doing this the stage 12 until stage 12. You get the 3. Then here, while joining others room until stage 12. You do stage 12, you get all of those. Do that. And here is normally the rewards for beating the office stages in office. Basically here, maximum reward for level 20. If you beat stage 12 of level 20, you get all of these items. If you beat stage 30 until that's I believe in your own room, until stage 12 you get all of 30. 40 is until stage 13 you get all of 40. 50 until stage 13 you get all of 50. 60 until stage 13 you get all of 60. All of these items which are really helpful for you. These, you see the purple gloves and boots and the mask. This is your equip, you would want to equip it. This is to power up your equips, the green capsule thing. This one is to start your equips in order to give them the maps, like get them to the required start to give them the maps. This is the gun. This is maps to power up your stats of your equips. I believe +3, +8. Power up the stats even more. Capsules. This is to power up plus, yeah. And this is pretty much it. Like, you'd have to deal with these equips. Here it tells you about the effects that you could get in these boss maps, what you should be careful of. You could translate this and see what these things does. And this is the office stages. You got this stage, the night stage, which you fight this boss map, this boss and that boss. You got this stage, and you got another stage which you fight this one and this green ugly guy. Then you got the forest stage, which you can fight these two guys. So yeah, these are the stages. Basically here, like I mentioned earlier, here to refresh, to find people's room. This guy's opening a room for stage 21. This is to search. Here in the search, what this is basically telling you the range. Here, which account level you're looking forward for. The first one is basically switching between the co-op modes. First one being, I believe, emergency. Second one is this office. Third one is assault. So for office, you got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Let me show you this. This one is for emergency, which I couldn't show. This, you would do this for your own room. This is to find other people's room. This for office, you got for level 20. Level 20, you can search the range between stage 1 to stage 18. You can maybe I would like to find any room between stage 10 to stage 18. You find stage. I want specifically stage 10, stage 10, stage 10. That's how you find it. I want stage 10 to 13, 10 to 13, and so on and so forth. Whatever room you want, you can mess with this here, like whatever range you would like. If you want strictly a state, be sure to strictly choose 1, 1 or 2, 2, 2, 3. Strictly shows you which stage you exactly want. Same thing applies to 20, 30, 40 is until stage 18, but once you reach 50 and 60, you have stage 21, which is just more stage difficulties. And this one, you click this option. I believe this is to do your own stage. Whatever your own stage is, you search and then you find the people. Like this to find it immediately. This is to reset the thing. This is to search, refresh, search, create room. These as you can see here, if you click on your character, these are the characters you can use for daily, each day. The more characters you have, the more office you can do, which is really great. So here I used 2 of my characters already, and I can use my other characters if I want to. Okay, this button is to search. This is to insert your key to do your own office. Some other people might come to your room and put their own keys. So you can, like, someone join your room, you can tell him you can put your key so I can do the office with you, or the other guy put his key so he can do office with you by clicking this button. This is a setting to do something, these things. This is to invite, public chat invite. This is some strict settings to invite a specific person. Really haven't messed with it and don't know how it exactly works. I apologize for that. Like I explained earlier about this on the assault, and pretty much that's about that. This is the reward you would get. Obviously I can't attack because See, this guy joined the already cleared office, and his name is Killua. Let's go, Killua for life, man. Killua for life. Oh my god, Minato, what the hell? People with the names of Killua and Minato we got now, really? That's nice. Ooh, that's nice to see. People with actual anime character names. Ooh, man. Okay, so yeah, these are pretty much the office stages. Here we can search, restart or reset, search. This you can see here, it tells you the required amount, what power, what rewards. The rewards you can get here, this is the box you get for reaching a certain stage. Stage 1 to 2, you get this box. 3 to 5 you get this, 6 you get this, 9 to 11 you get this box, 12 to 14 you beat those stages, you get this, 15 or above you get this chest. So be sure to beat the highest stage possible. And yeah, just put the key, do office, power up your characters, and yeah, that's pretty much it about office. Let me exit my room. That's about it about the office. Now here is where I would be kinda go into deep explaining this shit. Like, so many questions. I know so many questions about this. What the hell I am doing with this? Okay, so here is where you would set your equips, obviously. Here where you would set your equips. First button here, if you click it, it would take you to the next tab. Second button would take you to that tab to power up that equip. Third button would get you to this tab to map this equip, to start this equip, to power up this equip. The more account level you get, the higher the level of this equip you can get to. Like here, since I'm account level 60, I can get this maximum to 60, but you know, it costs a lot of resources and shit, so well, of course it would take me time to finish all of these things. Okay, so basically once you set your equip, here this button, what it does is basically remove, yeah, I accidentally remove and I put it does these things. Yeah, this is to remove or to synthesize. You can like here unlock this equip, like it will tell you this blue thing. You click on whatever your equip you have, you click on this equip, you click this one and transfer stats. Okay, here it tells me I'm gonna lose 120 if I do this, so I make sure I don't want to do this. If this gets you power, then you would do this, obviously. I lock this. Okay, so basically you click on the equip and you synthesize the equips. It would tell you like you get an equip. That equip would replace that equip. So click on this equip, that equip, it tells you to equip this equip. Click on the yellow button, it will put that equip. And then, you know, once you put that equip, you of course lock the button. Click on this synthesize, transfer stats, whatever it is. Try to click on everything, see which one it might power up. Click on which one and then synthesize about this. So yeah, here you can sort your I believe equips by whatever order you want. Here I don't mess with this setting, I keep it as it is. I don't want to mess with the order. Here tells you about the gloves, the boots, the things. Okay, here it tells you that if you plus 50 on all of your equips, you get to level 10 of the equips, the power up equips. Then 55 on all your kits, level 11. So I believe maximum here you can get is level 12, obviously. Here if you map your equips plus 10, you get this to level 3. Like, be sure to spread it out evenly, like the equips, the powering things, the capsules, the maps. Make sure you spread to all of the equips evenly. Don't focus all on one equip. Very important. Don't focus all on one equip. Equip, like here you can see blue is like 3 star, this is 4 star, this is 5 star, and this is 6 star. This is 7 star. You can say this rainbow is 8 star. Like, no, actually this is 6 star. This is 6 star awakened, like powered up with marker. This is 7 star but without any marker. 7 star equips without any marker. 7 star aka platinum equips. Okay, this button tells you your overall stats. This is to sell your equips. You sell your equips in order to get the tickets, in which you can use all of that in this shop. Here in this shop, I would suggest you all to get the maps. If you farmed so much of this, like plenty enough, you can afford to buy everything. Then I would suggest to prioritize the maps, and then this thing which you get stars on your characters. The cash, the food, the capsules, these are very farmable, and I wouldn't advise to do this unless you still have a lot more to waste. Then you would buy this. But these two, the map and this one, you would want to buy from this. Here, sell the equips. You don't need like level 20, level 30, level 40 equips, or like the equips that have less power than whatever your equip have. Make sure to sell that. Make sure to sell that equip. So sell that equip. Here I explained to you this part. Now to this part, like I said, here you want to evenly spread out your equip, and like here you can see the capsules. You can click on here, see the amount of capsule it requires for conversion. I have like 59 of these Ds. I'm waiting to get this S rank in order to be able to upgrade it. Actually takes me a while because I'm like an game player already. So here to 3 star, make sure to evenly spread this out to all of your equips. Same thing here, evenly spread out in order to map. Here you would map your equips +9 evenly do it. Evenly spread the stats so you can get level up. Here is a feature you would unlock after reaching level 40, which you can put up all 4 of your orange equips. You put 4 of those, you get a yellow equip, which is, you can see how I got those yellow equips. That's how, by compounding. Compound 4 of the orange equips, I get a yellow equip. And then after I get a yellow equip, I can combine 4 of those yellow equip, and I could get a platinum equip. So basically this is what it does. But before you compound, be sure, be really sure. Be sure that you synthesize your equips. Like you click on this, click on the yellow thing, transfer the stats. Like here for me, since I reached level 60, I needed to put 6 of the things, 6 out of power, 6 of the things here. If you're level 20 or 30, maybe you could put 2 or 3 or maybe even less. I'm not sure of the amounts, honestly. Make sure after you synthesize, like you can't even power up your equips, then come here, put up all of your equips, compound, get a yellow equip, and then put whatever it tells you to put here, and work on your equips pretty much. Moving forward, work on your equips. So this is basically the whole story of equipments. This is, as you can see, is my total power after doing all of this. Like here you can see 99% rarity rainbow, 3612 power, 3900, 900, 660, 853, 811, total power 26,216. And these are the equips that I didn't decide to sell yet because I want to keep them or work on them. And yeah, that's basically it for the equips. If you have any questions about the equips, maybe I forgot to mention something about them, something you don't understand, then let me know in the comments below. Anyways, this was it for the equips. Let me collect my ticket actually. Okay, now moving on to something another huge to talk about. So now moving on to the character. So yeah, first of all, what you basically do is you want to try to, as much as possible, get your characters to equal levels. Don't focus entirely on that one character and don't like throw other characters like they're nothing. Please make all of your characters balanced, like at least level 90 on all of these characters. And for your main 3 or main 6 on collaborative work, get them to level 120. For me, I'm focusing on these 3 to get to level 120 because they are my main 3 actually. Just Deku, Tokiyami and All Might. Okay, so here with Deku, let's take an example of Deku because he applies with all of the characters. So when you click on the Deku, there is this the box item which tells you the combos, which combos to do with your character. So be sure to do combos for all of your characters, learn what works with what with their combos and get those coins. Here it tells you which cards you would want to use with this character, like if you don't have 5-star or 6-star cards. I mean 6-star cards, then you would use these 4-star cards and 5-star cards. If you have some of these 6-star cards, you would obviously use them. And tells you the active cards, which one you would want to use the active card, and the passive cards. The below here is passive, active card. Here it tells you the required chip, which is 4-star for if you don't have the power, and 5-star, you got the 5-star chip, and then 6-star, which is your ultimate goal. You want all of your chips to be at 6-star. So yeah, and this is the costumes for your character. You can pick what the costumes. Here you normally get this costume. This costume requires you to get, I believe, 6,000 tickets in the shop to get this costume. This costume, unfortunately, I'm really sorry about making this video late, but was Chinese New Year exclusive event costume in which you can get there. If you see this video, want to start this game, then you pretty much missed out on this costume. Sorry about me being late about posting this video, but you know, it is what it is. Here is your emotes. This is the emote for dying, and this is the emote to welcome people. These are, I don't know, a bunch of group of emotes. This is an emote. List of emotes you have for your characters. This is I'm not sure when this triggers, but it's kind of more emotes for your character that I don't know how it triggers actually, not quite sure about this. This is when you free roam the map, sometimes your character does these expressions. I believe this is an expression that appears on my character, like him being mad when I am outside, or let's put it this way. So yeah, it applies for all characters obviously. Now here here we got your characters things, like their abilities to come when you do quirk skills with your characters, like their quirk skills. You do the Q, the E, the W. When you do this, these characters appear and help you out. You equip which character appear when you do these skills, and they would appear for you. Okay, and this is how you level up your character. You would require these training items, would tell you would need this training item to level up this character. And here it would tell you that you would need some food to XP this character, get him to maximum EXP as possible. Maximum XP possible. Here, training items. Okay, here is where you want to fragment your characters, like whatever level you are in, you would want to put up the fragments for the characters. Like you see here, there are a total of 25 fragments. In order for me to get into 1/20, collect like enough fragments and you get that character to S rank or SS rank or triple S rank or SSS plus. Okay, and here are your character skills which you would want to focus on upgrading the moment you get your character to that level immediately. Like it would help you so much out in story and through progressing through the game, so make sure to level these things up when you get the chance to. These are the cards you want to equip for your characters. Like here you can see these are the passive cards. And I used cards here for which is recommended for deco. This one, since I don't have any other option, don't have any other 6-star recommended card for this character, so I use him. Here I use Gunner and Death Arm active cards, and here as you can see it shows you the level of, I'm not sure what this is actually, let me check. It tells me about the active cards level. Shows the active card, Here it shows you about the active cards. Here it shows you information about the passive cards. Here it tells you the bonus cards, what it gives additional bonus. Here you can compound the cards, like you would want to compound 4 of the 1-star cards, you would get guaranteed 2 stars. 4 of the 2 stars get guaranteed 3 stars. Combine 4 of the 3 stars, you have a chance to get a 4-star, or you could get shafted and get a 3-star and lose all of your 3 stars for 1, which is kinda risky. Here again, same thing. You put 4 of the 4-star cards in order to get a 5-star card. This feature is really helpful to get you some good cards. Like I know a lot of people would put so many 4-star cards but barely any much 5-star cards or barely any 6-star cards. So using this feature, it would help you to chance your luck and get those 5-star and 6-star cards that you would want. Like here, I wouldn't suggest you would do this. Like for 4-star cards, if you get a 4-star card, that's it. Like put it on your characters, all of your characters. Put 4-star cards until you and don't try to level up your 4-star cards. That's the biggest mistake I've ever made in this game. I leveled up my 4-star cards, which I already in. Then again, trash them and put 5-star cards. Don't you ever level up your 4-star cards. Compound them, try to chance your luck to get a 5-star card, and then use that 5-star card on your character. So each of your characters have a level 1 4-star card, and then for your character, 5-star card is what you want. If you have enough 5-star cards, you would want to sacrifice some. You can sacrifice some to get a 6-star card, and then so on and so on and so on and so on. You do this until you get OP cards and shit, which would take months of work for that, because it takes quite some time actually if you don't wait at this game. So this is about this. Here it tells you, if you click on this, the option to take 2 cards, 3 cards or 4 cards, get them to 3-star, 4-star. I'm not sure what this means exactly. Tell you maximum cards. This is some kind of auto select feature, which I wouldn't suggest you mess with this, because you might mess some things up and mess your game. So I wouldn't suggest you to mess with these settings unless you translate and be sure what you are doing. So what I would normally do is select these cards and then click the yellow button. Here is like I showed in one of my recent videos. This is a new feature. Like if you get 2 of the same card, you get the other bonus card if you combine these 2 of the same cards with this new feature. So it is really neat feature. And here it tells you 4-star, 5-star, 6-star cards. what to appear. Here I put all of the cars, so I car here, 1-star cars here. This is what it does for the cards. This is the back for all of the cards I have on my characters. And this is to pick up the cards, which tells you to go ahead and summon for those cards. And yeah, that's pretty much it about the cards. Now moving on to the next segment, the chips. And the chips, you get those chips on the, let me show you. I told you about this. You get it here by doing these missions. This one to get you 4-star chips, 5-star chips, 6-star chips. There is a bonus drop here. Actually, I forgot to kind of mention about this. That drops you 2-star and 3-star chips. Don't ever equip 2-star and 3-star to your characters at all. They are like worthless. Here, like you guarantee 4-star, no chance of 5-star. Here, 5-star with chance of 4-star. Here, 6-star with chance of 5-star and 4-star chips. This is the best stage to do actually. So you'd want to do this stage for the chips. Okay, where is it? Okay, here are the chips. This is to unequip. This is to level up your chip. The left option. The right option is to unequip. This is to lock, obviously. You would click on your chip. Let's say for example I want to level up the chip. Click on this. Here it will tell you what level you want to get your chip to. Depending on the amount, honestly, I would say if you lack in cash, maybe go for level 10 or level 7. If you have a lot of cash, obviously level 16. Or to select, then click on this yellow button. Here it will take me to a shop, which I will explain later in the video. So yeah, that's basically about the chips. This is to upgrade, remove the chips, collect different chips for your characters, equip them, and basically power them up. Here it tells me that I don't have the Aizawa yet, so I couldn't put his chips on the Aizawa. Here is the skill tree for your character, in which you require the skill points in order to upgrade this. You get this normally in the UA box or in the collaborative war, where you get those tickets. You can buy them in the shop and get the skill points required to max out your character. I'm almost done with maxing out my skill tree Deku, which is really nice. With his skill tree, skills. Make him like use here, like for example this one, which is last remaining, I can use as which ability is it? The W skill. I can use that twice instead of once if I got that skill tree. So upgrading your skill tree is really important, as it enhances your abilities, maybe even give your character some crazy shit. So yeah, you'd better max these out, like max them out on OP characters you would like to want to max them out on. And also here it tells you that you can reset your skill points on a character. Like let's say you accidentally do it on a character you don't want to use your skill points on, then you can totally remove that by clicking the yellow button. And yeah, for me I don't want it, so I press the X button. Here, like I explained earlier about this, you summon, you use the quick cells on the character and the characters get summoned, and that's basically it about what powers what does what for your characters. Am I missing something? Yeah, that's all of the things pretty much. This is to pick your character, like who you want to free roam with. For me, I like All Might, so I'm not free roam with All Might. That's basically it for doing things with our characters. Now moving on to the next segment, which is the recruit. Here, it won't take much time to explain, so let me explain you what the recruit does. So basically, whatever the amount of blue tickets you get, I would suggest just spend it. Like, there is literally no point in saving it, as Rarely any new characters get added into it, like the new Ojiro, which is supposed to be added here, still not added. But whatever amount of hero tickets you get, spend them here, like do a multi, a single, just do them here, spend it. It's not much of an issue. So yeah, that's what you do with your hero tickets. Here, the card tickets, you click on this option, you pick the cards for you pick which option you want for the card. Let's say I want cards for Deku, you pick it for Deku. You want the cards that gives extra bonus to Deku, like what is his card? Wait, some of the cards don't show which is a bonus for Deku here. Actually, it doesn't show some of the, like this card for Deku, it doesn't show, but I believe some would require normal, so you would want to check on I believe normal card. Maybe some would require this, or some characters, so you do check on this one. You see which characters require what and pick for what you want. Or if you want to chase on active card, pick this one, pick this option to get the active cards. And some of the cards that's not listed here, like this card is not listed, this one of the cards not listed. What other cards? The active card is not listed as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the cards which are listed and not listed. Get the mouse, the gunner, these 4-star cards, each at different percentage rate. You spend these when you get them pretty much, like honestly no point in saving since barely any of the new cards gets added. Like Ojiro is one of the cards that got added, but it's still, you would spend these when you get them. So yeah, here is where you want to be very very careful about. When a new character this is where you would want to spend your coins, like strictly spend your coins on, nothing else is on purple tickets, nothing else. If you're gonna be free to play player, not spend any single money in this game, want to enjoy this game, please do it on purple tickets, nothing else. Don't waste your coins on any other things, just don't. Like maybe with an exception, collaborative war at the very beginning. So like I said, if you're not at top 10 or top 50, you would want to spend some coins in order to be top 50 or top 10 in your server 60 in collaborative war. That's the only thing you would want to spend your coins on, and that's all. Collaborative war, you would spend early coins to get early advantage, like you want to advance early, fight those bots, don't want to fight raid payers. You would honestly do that. So yeah, here you have to pay attention, because they would give you a rate up for Todoroki banner, like Todoroki, which is already featured in this banner. Like here, this banner is like honestly only for whales that want to SSS plus rank their characters to make them even more ridiculously overpowered and busted. So yeah, here I wouldn't suggest for free-to-play players to spend, since this is a rate-up banner. Only characters you would want to spend on are characters that are not featured on this. Example is Aizawa, All Might, Stain and Endeavor. These are the characters you want to summon on. It requires you at least 60 tickets to get a guaranteed, so yeah, be sure that. And here is a banner for active cards. And what we had previously was a black active card, which gives you 2 passive cards for the exclusive characters, which are again not featured in this banner. It's a black card. Here is a rate up for active card of Kamui Wood. Honestly, same banner, only difference is that this is a rate up for the card. Like instead of putting rate up on this, they made it strictly the random rate up. They didn't put it here, so that's why the purpose of this is here, this white banner. Honestly, don't spend on this if you're free to play. Like whatever tickets they give you, you spend on those tickets here. Maybe you would get lucky and get the Kamui active card or All Might active card or whatever card they would put and bring on the banner. And yeah, that's basically it about the banners, what you should do on, what you do spend on. One little thing I didn't explain is that here, if you do 10 summons, you get your guaranteed B character, 30 summons A rank character, 60 summons S rank character. Here, 4-star cards, 5-star, 6-star cards. If you do 10, it's 4-star, 30 is 5-star, 60 is 6-star. And yeah, here is same thing too. Here, A rank, 10 you get a B rank character guaranteed, A rank character after 30, 60. After doing 60 pulls, you get guaranteed S rank. And yeah, that's pretty much it about the banners. And basically we're done explaining with the mood segment. Now into the mini segment. Now moving on to the mini segment. Mini segments, here we got ranking, which you can check your ranks, which rank you are. Here would have gift box, except the coins here and the cash from the gift box. Here again same thing. You would check and accept whatever rank you are. Here team is basically shortened way of co-op modes, whichever you want. Here the first option is office. This one is I believe the emergency, and this is the I decide. This is friends. Here you would want to add friends, add like at least 50 friends, send them 50 energy. This is button to send them 50 and this is to get 5 energy, 5 from the friends, which total is 25 energy. Here a button is where you can add your friends, like add randoms, I believe. Add randoms. Wait, yeah, by clicking on this button, type in the ID, you can add a specific person you would want to add. Here is by clicking this second yellow button. This is, I believe, the ones you meet, you can add them. The ones you meet in your rooms, you find them you interesting and you want to add them, you can add them by here. Anyone you played with recently, you can add them. This is the blacklist of people you hate, if you do have people you hate. This is again, I forgot what this one is. This one is to add add for randoms, I believe, and this is to add your friends. This is, I believe, to refresh. Yeah, I believe this one is a refresh button. This is I kind of forgot what this one do, honestly. Really apologize about that. This is league. This one unlocks after you reach, I believe, level 20. Whatever, like when you apply to join whatever league they send you on server 60, if it's the highest level, like level 6 and has a lot of people, and with you check their points, like it's this kind of world, 17,700, like they have highest points and they are at a decent level, you would want to join that league. Or if you feel like there is no good leagues, or you want to create your own league and want people to join your league, then you can do that. But see if there is a level 6 league, level 2, level 3, some good leagues to join early on server 60. So yeah, anyways, this is the league I'm on. This button is to donate. Do 2 donations a day, it would really help your league a lot. Then shop, here you would want to buy this one always, like barely our league, even though it's level 6, we barely have enough to get to. I barely get these 2 every reset. So yeah, honestly, if you could, like in months coming or so, get this thing. And then the cat if you want. Here you got All Might special training, which you compete in the leaderboard to get items. This one happens at random times a day. I'm not sure, like, if you're the guild leader is the one who can activate this. Like, it's limited to some hours that you can do this. Like, once you do this, you can only do this once, and the match lasts for a minute. You do that match for 1 minute. You try to do as much damage as possible. The more damage you do, the better cash you get and these capsules. Then if your team gets enough damage, like I believe 14,400,000, then even if you get like 10k cash a day, then and do the Almighty special training every day, then you would get pretty much 45 coins a day. All the time you're doing this Almighty special training. The moment they open it, be sure to do it. Like, you have specific hours, make sure to do it and get it done right. So yeah, this is basically Almighty special training. And here, as you can see, is the guild members, and most of them are doing very well. This is our leader. It shows with this text, it shows his leader, executive leaders, and these are members, including myself and my friend that joined this league. Yeah, pretty much. This is, if you want to leave, you click on yourself and click this button, which I don't want to do that. This is to check their profile, and I believe this is to send them a message. And the third option, to blacklist them. This one I believe to send friend requests. I don't want to mess with buttons, so I leave it as it is. And this is guild log, tells you who joined, who kicked the leader, which leader kicked the member, and all that good stuff. It's logs. And this is, I don't know what this button is for, honestly. When I click this, it's always like this blank, nothing doing like this. This is to search for league. Like here, you're in a shit league, you might want to use this button in order to search for maybe better leagues. Like right now, let's say you're in whatever league, you click on this button, you see which league you want to be in. Like here you can see our league is 17,725, so it's the best to join. Well, like you see, you have a higher league. With this button you can see which one has the highest point, see which point. Like, you're not happy with your league, you can pretty much come here, kick yourself, and after you kick yourself, you apply to join I don't know, whichever highest league you've seen here, and you join that league. Or if you want to search for a league, you can do it by clicking on this search button, click on whatever league is on this server that someone created, type that league, whatever it is, and join it by this button. So yeah, that's pretty much how things work out in League. And yeah, moving on to the next one, achievement. This is whatever things you do in the game, like your progress with the game, getting your character to S rank, achieving account level 60, beating stages, all that good stuff. Doing stuff in the game gives you these coins, emotes, and all that stuff. So be sure to collect them here. Whatever you do, collect them here. And yeah, this is the achievement. This is the task button. Here, as you can see in this top button, this is by doing your daily tasks, you get these items, which some of them are really helpful. Some of them, like here for example, this is a manual, I believe, for archive. This is some equipment, coin, card, tickets. This one is to open this up. When you go this, it would direct you to something. You would open that up. This would give you more tasks to do, which would give you plus 50 points. And like maybe early on you get some to try out some exclusive characters, like the water horseman, in which I couldn't only one time, like some unique missions you can do with these things, and yeah, they would be pretty much gone. You'd work your all way through, and it would take you quite some months until you reach level 60. So yeah, be sure to do your daily tasks every day and reach the maximum level here. This is your task. It would show you here your main missions and daily tasks. You click on the task, there is a button I believe on the left. Click that left button and you can skip the missions if you don't have time to play the game, like you're busy on that day. So you click on that button. Here is the list of missions currently in progress. I have nothing in progress, so it's done. Here is after you doing some certain daily tasks, like maybe 3 or even more. You do these, you complete them. You click on this, it would give you random items, could be one of these items. Best one to get is obviously this ticket, then comes this one, and then this one. This is the worst item you get. This is the best, second best, third best, this is the worst. So yeah, pretty much this is it about the task. Here, as you can see, there are like shops, some exclusive shops here. Like here, you would want to buy everything in these shops and collect, the yellow and red magnifying glasses here, which would help you, give you the coins. You would want to be sure to collect the yellow and the red magnifying glasses one. So now I'm gonna show you an example of this shop, which is usually resets every day. All other shops are like one time buy and they are done. So this is the only active shop in this game which you want to focus on. Here, when you click on this shop, you would want to buy this one. Forget the rest. I mean, except for this one. This is the one time only you would want to buy this in order to get a black cat to join you. You'd buy this item. So yeah, pretty much this item and this for the very one time, this fish. Because once you do that, you then go to the black cat. Let me show you where the black cat is. Here we go. Here is the black cat. You would give him the fish and he will join your dormitory, and yeah, that's what the fish does. You'd only use it one time. More times it won't do anything really, so I don't buy it anymore. So yeah, that's about it about the task. Now onto the bag. The bag pretty much tells you what items you contain. It would tell you some things to collect, so you would press the yellow button and you would collect that thing. And here you see what items you have, what things, and some items to collect in your bag. Here you have the sale thing, in which you pretty much sell the items you really don't need, because you don't use them anymore. Like here, don't do this. I advise you to not do this unless you're at a very end game player, like want to do it, then do it. But honestly, this is just when you end game player and have so much things that you require to sell, then you would do this. But right now you don't have to do this. So yeah, this is about the bag. Now we got dormitory, which some don't understand the point of this. Well, let me explain you the point of dormitory. So here in dormitory, you have your checklist of daily things to do. It will show you 5 here. The 5 here is basically, let me show you. You click on this bag, you clean the trash of other people 3 times a day. You get one of the dailies of this one done. Here you would want to get all of the other dailies done. You would have to need at least 4 characters in your dormitory. You can add these characters by clicking this button. You click here, you add these characters. Yeah, like you can even click here, add these characters, and you add them in the dormitory. Okay, and then they would have something on their icon, like he wants to chair, so you put him to sit on the chair, so he sits on the chair. So yeah, that's how you do it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Tokiyami, Deku. Well, okay, you would do this in order to complete the daily mission here. Here it would ask you so much things like buy this, put this one, increase the power, overall power of your house, dormitory to 3000, buy 60 things to your dormitory, I don't know what. These things you really shouldn't care about, but what you would care about is giving your characters what they need. Like she needs to bath, give her bath. He needs to sleep, pull him, drag him to sleep. And then how to set these items, like you click on the settings, you see which items you have and you set it pretty much. What else? Okay, here is the list of favorite dormitories you like you've been in a dormitory, you like that dormitory. Like here for example, I'm gonna wait a minute, let me try to find a dormitory. Okay, most of them are trash anyway, so you click this button below here to favorite the dormitory you like. So yeah, that's how you favorite. And these are the list of dormitories you would want to visit for people. Now here is, I believe, where you could, this button is to name your dormitory, whichever you want. Also here you unlock dormitory by getting the amount of coins, which I explained to you in this dormitory. What you do over time, when you do this, you would get enough coins to unlock all of the floors. After you unlock all of the floors, then that's it pretty much. You go here, you buy the things, some of the things here which are important. Let me tell you what things are important pretty much. You would want to first buy fruit basket, then you would want to buy bike, the horse. You put all of these 4 items obviously as you progress through the game, and this alligator one, which is really expensive. Everything else is unnecessary, man. It's really unnecessary. So these are the items you want. You want this crocodile shit, you want the horse, the bike, and the fruit box. So you come here, you buy the fruit box. This one is important. You buy the fruit box. Okay. Which else you want to buy? Food box. Here you buy this one, but if you have the amount of money, because this one is really expensive. Over time, when you do dormitory really slowly, you get there. You want to buy the horse, this horse, and then you want to buy the bike. So yeah. Everything else is just extra, just to be flashy, shit, and to power up your overall house. That's pretty much it for dormitory. Let me see what else. Diamonds. Yeah, here where I said you can set the characters. You can even put your pets here, wherever you want. You can see which house they are in. This is, I believe, to see your stuff in dormitory, and you can, I believe, you can sell them. You can sell them. Some of them you can sell them, but some other you can't. Obviously, like if you bought so many, you don't require this, you can sell this thing pretty much. So yeah. See what things you bought extra you might not need, and you can sell that, and that's pretty much it for dormitory. If anything you don't understand about it again, then let me know in the comments below. So yeah, anyways, let's move on. Okay, after dormitory, next part you have entrustment. Entrustment, you can do this if your characters are at 100. To get them to 100, it's really important to put those characters in dormitory so that they're able to recharge. If you don't put them in dormitory, you want to recharge these characters, they would be 0 and you can't do the entrustment. So you put them in dormitory, power your dormitory up, like put these extra items necessary. It would replenish more than 10 a day, like 10 per hour, like 10 plus 10 per hour. So like it would take like maybe, if it's plus, let's say plus 15, it would take maybe 5 hours or even less, who knows, to replenish per 30 minutes, per 1 hour. It refreshes, you do the entrustment. The more characters you get, the more entrustment you can do easily. Like here, for me, I do 2 entrustment a day, but this time I didn't do entrustment just for showing purposes, and because I slacked on the last day and feel like I'm not doing this because it is what it is. And yeah, this is to tell you about the entrustment. That's about it for entrustment. These are extra things, which is the award, which you can see early on in the game, what it shows you. The notice, the news you see early on when you log into the game. Archive, whatever things you collected while progressing through the game. This is all of the magnifying glasses items. These things, the characters. That's archive, and then you got the usual news. And that's pretty much it for the news, the mini moods. Now moving on to, I think our last 2 segments, and we pretty much end this video. So end this in-depth guide. Talk about 2 more things and we end this. So yeah. Alright, so for the next segment I'm going to talk about the top icon things. So here it shows you obviously the battery, your official time. Here it shows you your stamina. You can refill your stamina by coins. You can use the pods. You can refill stamina by sending energy to friends. Here by collecting in dormitory. Here is the amount of cash you have. Here when you actually click on plus sign, don't do this. This is for whales, man. Don't ever do this. Never do this, the plus on this. This is to buy coins. If you're a whale, you would do this. But honestly, never actually do this unless it's desperate times. Only do this maybe 2 times a day. That is if desperate times. Like you need to do this in order to progress, like you slack so much, you might want to do this sometimes. These are stamina pods, but honestly, strictly never do this. But honestly, that's so discouraging. But in desperate, really desperate times, you would only do this. Only really desperate times. You would want to replenish your stamina. This is to buy coins. As you can see here, your boy is kind of a dolphin. Bought some of the things in the game. Honestly, if you decide to buy things in the game, what you want to buy is obviously this one, the one which gives you 100 stamina and 50 coins a day. The monthly coin. You want to buy this card, the hero premium thing, and one for finishing all of the chapters, which is this one, finishing all the chapters. One for the hero coin. One for the hero coin, and this is for whales. Now here is your mail. Obviously, click on this yellow button that is below you. You accept all items. The white button you click shows you the details of the message. The yellow button is to dismiss the message and collect the reward on the mail. On the top here you would see, and then here you got your usual settings. Here for the low end settings, which here I'm using the settings for me actually. Here even more settings, whichever suits. Here where it says recommended, you click on recommended, but for me, since I want to save my battery, I do this setting. I really don't want to kill my phone that fast or kill my battery that fast, so I do this. This is 3D play, the BGM sound, and these things, you know. You would want to translate to see which setting does what, and yeah, about this. That's pretty much it for this segment. Now moving on to the last segment. Okay, so now for the last segment, basically on the last segment, I'm going to talk about the events and daily logins this game provides to you, and the mini games and all these stuff. So here when you click on this one, this is the events tab. Here it tells you about some of the mini games they have, like here for example, we just had recently Chinese New Year, they had some recent events. Here for example, now we have card game, which is do missions every day. You do those missions, you get those tickets, and when like doing fragment mission, story, all that stuff, missions, chips, you get those tickets, and then you open those up, you do the memory thing. You would basically want to do this every day. You would do this and then get the 100 coins. This is basically this event. This is the questionnaire from All Might. He would ask you questions like some of the things you answer correctly, you would want to translate and answer correctly. Then also he would ask you to do, you know, office, some chip mission, you would make sure to do that. But his event is gonna go anyway. They would bring in some other events like other mini games, tie in the math, things like that. Some memory mini game, all these things. And here their usual, you know, leaderboard, which is like whatever rank you are in. If you did very good in this mode, you would get rewards. Like for me, I ended at 52, which is kinda unfortunate. If I ended top 50, I would have gotten more rewards, but you know, it is what it is. This is the events tab. Now here in this tab, it's the, you know, daily login. Here it's a daily login for a month. These are the rewards you get for a month. This is the stamina things you get, which is daily. The time they show here is in Chinese, so Chinese time zone, so you should be sure which time it is to collect this in your time zone. You have to know about that. If you don't collect it within the specified time, it will become 10 coins, so be sure to collect those stamina on their time. Here is when you reach your account level, you can collect these stuff. Okay, and here obviously the, you know, their usual weekend login, which gives you 200 coin every weekend, which is really nice of them to do that. Here for completing all of the chapters in story mode. Here for doing the, you know, the boss map shit, which you can get all of the tickets. And I didn't buy this premium packet because I'm waiting for something. If I'm given the chance, I'm gonna buy this, or if I really do need it, but right now I don't. And this is the hero box, which you would you know, enter some of the codes YouTubers showed or something, or in some videos or some sort of sites they showed. You enter the codes here, you get the rewards. So yeah. Now here is the pay to win shop, which I showed earlier. This is the, you know, to buy the normal coins. This is direct you to pages, which you know, it states which basically direct you to. This is the normal coins without sales pretty much. This is the, you know, VIP shit, which you know, you reach certain level, you get these rewards. This is your usual buying things. You can buy these things if you want. Obviously collect the free stuff. Here you got the 7 every day, the monthly coin payment, the card shit, and the other things. And here you can buy the costumes if you want. If you are a fucking whale, not a free to play, you want to spend some money, You can go ahead and do it. If you decide that, if you enjoy this game, you want to spend money, then do it. This is the monthly payment. This is for the hero coin. Oh, oops. And this is for stamina. Okay, now on to the interesting part, which is the shop. Look what you wanna buy here. If you see coins, don't. This is the one. This is would help you to skip, when you try to level up your character, you don't want to do the missions, this would help you skip it. But honestly, don't buy drones. Don't buy drones at all unless you don't have time to play this game, then buy the drones to skip if you run out of drones. This is to change your name. If you change your name more than once, I believe, then you would have to buy this to change your name again. This is, I believe, to, question mark thing is, I would recommend to buy this. This is to unlock more rewards when you complete a co-op. Like you unlocked 3 things, you would unlock more by buying this. This is for your home. Never buy this because you can do this in the dormitory reset. This is hero tickets. Never buy this. This one, never buy this. Never buy this. Never buy this. Never buy this unless you failed in an office. Desperate times, you might want to buy this. Never want to buy this unless you really don't have the time to do a daily test, then you might want to buy this. And never buy this. Only thing you want to buy is this one. Only thing, this purple ticket one. Okay, so moving on, next one. Nothing from this, honestly. These are grindable no matter what. Like, don't buy this. This is just to speed up your progress, and this is for fucking waves. So yeah. This is what you get from that mode where you beat the boss maps, which are the daily fragments. Whatever character you unlocked, you can unlock 5 fragments for that character. It resets every week, so pick whichever character you want to power up. And yeah, here is the chips. There are, as I explained, there were 3 different stages on the chips. The early one for the purple, the second one for orange, and obviously this one for gold. Pick whichever one you want. Here honestly, this one, don't buy anything else. If you are managed to do this, then buy this. Here I'm saving my coin for Bakugo costume, but honestly it depends on you. If you want to save, if you don't want to save, you can go ahead and maybe buy this if you want. If you are in desperate need of some good cards, don't buy these. These are really not worth it. These things not really worth it. Only buy this and this costume if you want to collect costumes, and this ticket. Only buy this. Okay, and here you can buy. This is from Collaborative War. Whichever you want to upgrade your character, like this one is for characters with that typing, Deku typing, Tokiyami typing. This is for Endeavor typing, like Endeavor, Endeavor Todoroki, Momo. This is for All Might, Ojiro, who else? Koishima, whoever is the rest. And this is this is the one of the most important shops. What I would recommend to buy in this shop, this is after completing your daily tasks. Like you have some daily tasks to do, which is like 30 times a day. Let me show you here. I actually kind of forgot to show you about this. Here, as you can see, here you can do the task. Once you get here, you get these chips. So if we go to the shop, this is how you get the chips, and yeah, you can go ahead. What I would recommend to buy is this one, and this one. Buy this one first, then this one, then I believe the normal, then the fragments, then whatever the rest, or you could say for normal. And this is for the Ojiro Battle Pass, which is unfortunately when you start the game it's kinda useless feature now, but this when you get the XP to reward you. Here are the missions you complete to get the XP for Ojo. It tells you list of missions, translate what they are. I mean, you can click on the button, it tells you what it requires. Here is waste 1500 stamina and whatnot. This is the usual, you know, item shop, and this is to, you know, if you get to level 80 and you get more EXP, then it would convert to here. So yeah. And to conclude everything, this is the tutorial for completing the tutorials. You collect these when you complete the tutorial, and this one is I believe when you know when you complete the whole thing here, that's it. You complete the whole thing, you collect it. It would require you collect like at least 50 out of 90 and you would get your thing. Here it tells you what to do, daily tasks, the emergency, the co-op, these things. This is the, you know, the daily reset. Here it would, the normal reset, tell you to do all my special training, tell you to do what is it, the boss map, boss star mission, the whatever missions, whatever it tells you to do here, you do them and you get the coins. Like, be sure to do all of them here. And this is whatever it tells you to do here. You click on this button, direct hierarchy. For me, it tells me to do level up 3 of my eclipse to 16 star chips, so I have to do this. Well, sorry for the interruption, guys. I mean, it's bound to happen. I mean, what can I do? It's bound to happen. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, now you can see it here. Actually, yeah. For what I repeat to say here, it shows you what things you do. So be sure to do these things. It tells you to do these things, so be sure to do them. Be sure even to do PvP, this one for the dog, and this is for all my special training. This is for, I believe, doing office. This is for, you know, the UA thing, which you get the trophies for. You do the trophies and the boss maps. And this is, I believe, whatever. Here it tells me to get my deco to 3 of the chips, 6-star chips, to level 16, so I have to get these chips to level 16 in order to complete this. And here is the star mission, which when you click this, you click on whatever character you want to do and get their stars. I would recommend to do this when you have at least, I believe, 30k power. I would recommend to do this when you get to 30k power or like 20k. It depends, but I would suggest when you get to 30k, you would start doing the star mission and power up your things even more. This would help power up all of your characters even more, doing these star missions and collecting them. You do the star missions, you click on deco, you do them, you get even more power. So yeah. Man, it's been a while to ride, so yeah. And last but not least, the profile. You can here see my profile, my name, the ID. I'm on server 6, so don't join that server. If you join, you're stupid because you would really fall behind. You know, the information, the things. These are the medals you get, you know, for progressing through the game. These are your favorite characters, whichever you want to set. This is again for PvP. This shows you the records and things, and this is what the title you want to have on your character. It tells you that it powers you up if you get those titles. This is the icon you would want to set on your character, and whatever frame you want on your character. You know, these things on your characters, whichever you want when you message someone. And yeah, here we go. Like for example, here people send their invites here. You can like pretty much message here, but this is mainly used for invites. Here is like, I believe, normal messaging. I'm not quite sure. This is information tab. This is some private messaging. This is, I believe, again same thing. The settings, I'm not sure what this is because I don't mess with it. You can send emotes, all that good stuff, and yeah. This is pretty much it for the in-depth guide. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my in-depth guide. Pretty much explaining almost the whole thing about this game. So if anything I missed, it could be something minor or anything you don't understand, then let me know. So yeah, this was it for this in-depth guide. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and see you all in the next, I don't know what the next one. Bye.